Yes. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna. Why notification? Why now, bro? Bro, I don't even say bro. Why did I say that? Okay, well, it's recording at the moment, so let me see if I can fix this. Hold on. The calibration's always really whack, so. Hello? Let me change this so that we actually have it all nice. I'm gonna make it a nice resolution if I can. No? Okay. You know, I think that's fine. Yes. Okay. Where do we leave off? Episode 3. We better wishlist that. But now it's time for episode 2, which is very exciting. If it loads, very exciting for me. This is like, I think, the most fun detective game I've ever played. You can choose to play episode 2 in high roller mode. No thank you, I'm going to save scum so much. I can't, I'm a perfectionist, I can't do that. You know, it's the one slave slot, haha, no. No, I'm not gonna do that. No. I know, I'm not gonna do that. That's great, and I'm sure Morgan will be proud, but not today. No. I'm sure it can, but I can't. No. I know. That's like the good, nice way to go about it, but I am a coward, and I will not be doing that. No. For the perfectionist, yeah, I have to. I will. Disable tutorials? Nah, it's been a while. Man. My respect and admiration to this game's creators is so much. I love it. Oh, okay. Pink person. What do you sound like, pink person? I wouldn't know. Guess I just, we'll go for it. First question's an easy one. Who is your senator? Oh, I don't know. I don't even know what country we're in. Mathings? Oh, piece of shit still trying to lie to us. Ow. My ears. Mathings is our senator, man. It's like a surfer bro voice or something. But still, shit, hey, wake up. Oh, this is somebody else? From the top, I guess. Ugh. What is your name? Ikari. Ikari, yeah. Okay. Some kind of Japanese name. What year is it? 2086. What did he say last time? 2027? Maybe this stuff's finally working. It is 2086, right, in this game? Doug doesn't know how to shake. Well, that's a bit rude. You can go... Oh, okay. Ow. This is a high frequency. Please stop it. Again. Oh, wait, no, this is somebody else. Again in the head. One thing I said, one thing I asked. Anywhere but the head. Not my fault, he's got a punchable face. So we calibrated yet, or what? No? But we're as close as we're gonna get with equipment this old. You wanna get the real questions? Does he need more softening up? I just said I won't soften him up in the head. How about it? You still with us, Hound? You're gonna feel like a migraine hit you like a tram in a few seconds. Do me a favor and hold on to the pain. Let go, and the barbiturine will drop you like an anchor. Don't don't want your vegetable, right? Yeah, that's the spirit. New Year fighter. Question 1. Do you know why you're here? No, never give an answer to that question. If they don't know, don't give them the answer. But, yeah. Because you were too spooked to do this over a line? What? I'm assuming we've transitioned scenes into our ones. Okay, who's... Oh, this is the Jan Alpha lady. Our mentor, essentially. Oh, no, I don't remember what she sounds like. I'm always the right amount of spook dread. Oh, no, never mind, it's somebody else. I thought it would be our detective person. Well, this person looks really cool, by the way. I love the piercings. And like the yellow and the dark blue is a really nice combination. I really like that. Okay. When I tell you there's heat, I mean it. I know, and I always listen. Yes! Morgan's new outfit! Yes! She's so pretty. See? Breathable layers. God damn it. You laughed. Doesn't mean I conceded the point. You're lighter. You memorized the map? You kept it pretty vague, but yeah, I think... What? Is X risk something? Can I check that? No, I can't. Okay, that's fine. I think I got the gist of it. Smoking an elevator. Oh yeah, it's not allowed. You're worried about a paper trail? Proactive Analytics just won a state contract for new trawling algorithms that can de-anon an entire city block's crumbs in less than an hour. A term. Oh, Internet of Things. I'm assuming this is the same? Crumbs, yeah. This is the same as it was. Didn't you read the financial section today? I'm more of a Sudoku gal. We can't all be as well read as Reina. Oh! How do I read that name? Reinhard Diamani. I wonder what Diamani. I wonder what language that name is from. I'm sending you the links. Read them. And the rest of the news too. Proposition 492 is gonna be on the ballot this year. You shouldn't vote on it blindly. Oh, there's an election? Let's go vote. For a guy who makes the majority of his living operating outside the law, you sure take your civic duty seriously. Listen, you gotta vote. Doesn't matter how bad the system is. Still gotta go and vote. Information brokering ain't illegal. What people choose to do with my advice... Do you declare the income for it on your taxes? Look at his face. Sorry. I promise to take a look at what you sent over. Let's do that. The ballot propositions. Public works, construction headed to ballots. With elections coming up. Oh my god, my phone needs to shut up. Okay. With elections coming up, a number of measures related to infrastructure, public works and funding for the city programs will be on the ballot soon. Read on to get an overview of some of the most hotly anticipated issues that you'll be able to vote on in the coming months. Proposition 436.2D, petition for City Council to commission cost analysis on public schooling. Okay. Sponsored by Erin Houston Myers. For the last several decades, all education has been handled through private institutions. Oh shit. Typically associated with one or more corporate benefactors. Well, that sucks. While this has eased the expense of childcare and pre-university education for many families, what about public school? Oh wait, there isn't any. Some citizens regularly voice concern over children being treated as customers first and students second. There are several schools throughout the city that accept students at no cost to their parents. Oh wait, That sounds... Boys, children being treated as... Oh, I was just reading it mindlessly, and then I actually looked at what they were saying, and oh my god. There's several schools throughout the city that accept students at no cost to their parents, but these are reliant on government subsidies, introducing the potential for waste and corruption. What? And are generally seen as subpar environments for learning. If enough voters say aye to this petition, City Council will commission a study to evaluate the cost and feasibility of reintroducing direct public schooling in the city. But do they want to reintroduce public schooling? I assume they want to reintroduce public schooling, which would be a good thing. Proposition 492.1a, funding of Atlas Pillar rejuvenation projects. Sponsored by Chopin. How Industries was the other Android company, if I remember correctly, and Wickham. Voting A on this measure will direct City Council to fund the renovation and reinforcement of multiple Atlas pillars around the lower wards. Actual pillars? To support the upper levels, presumably? Paid for by a percent increase in sales tax within city limits. Atlas pillars act as stabilizing points for the city's canopy. Oh, which is famously unstable, right? A super infrastructure and house all the largest public transit elevators that allow foot traffic to seamlessly flow between canopy and street level. Okay. The measure is generally viewed favorably by representatives from the lower wards. Okay, that's good, I guess. To acknowledge that the necessary construction will be disruptive, but point to language in the proposition that guarantees easing of zoning restrictions around the pillars as vital to reducing unemployment in the target regions. Okay, so they want to create jobs with it as well. Previous competitive proposals that renovated city pillars north of the park have been touted? I have never heard of that before. As successful examples, and studies have shown that poverty is down and citizen satisfaction is up on the surrounding areas. Okay, well that's good. Some number of city council members representing up-down districts have voiced skepticism about these economic benefits. Yeah, but obviously they don't care. But none have argued against the architectural reality of the canopy's needs for additional structural enforcement. Yeah, if that thing collapses on everybody, that'd be bad. Which exactly of the city's older Atlas pillars will be targeted for this rejuvenation has yet to be disclosed. Past experience has shown that due to the nature of vertically integrated real estate, property values in the lower wards can either skyrocket or even drop into the negative. Into the negative? You're gonna pay people to live there? That's not what they mean, I assume. Or just it's gonna be even less. Maybe that's what they mean. On which pillars are rejuvenated, based on which pillars are rejuvenated, and the city is wary of disrupting the real estate market in the lower wards with rampant outsider-funded speculation. Proposition 493.1a, renaming Atlas pillars to honor local community figures. Who cares? Sponsored by Damford Johnson, Sung Ho, Wickham. Nicknamed the Pillars of the Community project in the headlines, Prop 493 seeks to rename the Atlas pillars. Who cares about this? Who cares what they're called? Pillars around the city after local leaders and national figures, replacing the current system where pillars are given to alphanumerical designations based on the streets they are built on top of. Few members of the city council have spoken explicitly for or against this measure. Why? Do they not have anything better to talk about? No, but polls show generally support among the citizenry, with some questions about how the new names will be chosen. Why do we care about this? Everything else seems way more important than this. Atlas was originally an internal name for super infrastructure constructs, but leaked blueprints and contractor word of mouth spread the moniker, and it has become rooted itself in the culture in the years since this, despite lots of having what the mayor at the time reportedly described in private as an ominous ringtone. Dude, no, it's fine, it's mythology stuff. You know, Atlas carries the world on its back, and this thing carries the canopy on its back, and the canopy is basically the world in this place, since everything that runs the city is on it. Proposition 5, there's a lot of stuff. Proposition 527.3b, Commission of Report on Victims of Acid Snow. That doesn't sound good. Sponsored by Hernandez, Lang, and Mohammed. The acid snow incident sits prominently at the forefront of the public conscience following the Greyfall documentary that premiered earlier this year. The previously underreported on. While the industrial accident did not create snow and did not in fact add acid to the atmosphere, the film's eyewitness accounts of the scarring children received that early morning nearly 2 decades ago, as they played in what they thought was an unreasonable snowfall, have spurred public outcry. Okay, it's a climate thing that was, contamination and all that. If this proposition receives enough eyes at the ballot box, the city will commission a full investigation into the victims of the incident, including assessment of damages for what could one day be a public fund for medical treatment. Okay, that's pretty good. Critics of the proposition argue that after 20 years, few of the victims will still be residents of the city, assuming they can be found at all. At this point, to the state lawsuit, Gendu Chemicals settled 15 years ago as sufficient compensation for the victims. Though, as one of the conditions of that settlement, Gendu did not admit any fault or wrongdoing on the part of corporate leadership. But aren't they the ones, who caused all of this? That's what it sounds like. But interesting. I should also probably just save it just in case, a starting save. Oh god, I used all my stuff. I used all my save stuff. That's fine, I guess. Yes, I'll write save file 19. God, how can you be so calm? Calm. A chance like this doesn't come around. Well, ever. What, do you guys never vote? Or is that something else? Frankly, I'm still surprised they were willing to put up the funds it took to commission the thing. What do you think changed? Nothing ever changes in Lore Lords. Wait, which one are they talking about? 492. Wait, which one was 492? Let me... Bear with me on this. 492. Is that the pillars? Yeah, it is. Is what I would say if I was feeling dramatic. Heartbreak made organized crime look like a bunch of cowards hiding under rocks. Is what I would say if I was feeling comedic. Does this have anything to do with heartbreak? That's interesting. Don't joke about heartbreak before sending a woman off into the lower worlds by herself. Because you're such a delicate flower in need of protection. Ah, great. December 26th. Tomorrow's her birthday. And the day after, it's my birthday. Oh, great. She's so tall compared to me. She's as tall as my father. Like, damn. Weight is unknown. What happened to my... Yeah, there we go. Occupation, criminal and defense attorney. We love it. Likes power washers. Okay, lamb chops. I mean, so do I. Who doesn't? Prime numbers. They're pretty cool. Dislikes lectures. Okay, fair. Felt. Which is... I mean, it's a... I also dislike that texture. The violin. Why would she have something against the violin? Interesting. Plays. Blackjack, Texas Hold'em, CeeLo. I don't know that one. Mahjong and E-card. Favorite flower. The funny looking red ones. Licorice radiata. I wonder what that means. Eggs, fried and runny. Yeah, same. Those are the best. Licorice... No, not licorice recoil. Radiata. It's red spider lily. Those are the best. Don't they represent death? Wasn't that a thing? A resurrection lily, hurricane lily, corpse flower. Yeah, they're very pretty. You should look them up. How about you start feeling analytic and give me your real answer? Fine. In my humble opinion, the Rust made the first move. Demand for their products has gone up, so they set to work with their syringes and cleavers and vans. Mobile chop shops hunting for product to fill the supply gap. Who are okay. Supply gap. You can't spit without it landing on a Vitruvian clinic. How's the biggest it's ever been? What mods aren't being printed to demand? It's replacement parts, not the mods that the Rust harvest. Vitruvian, How, and all the others aren't interested in helping you fix a faulty pump. They just want to sell you a whole new model. The rust might not always be pretty to look at, but even law-abiding citizens will gladly swallow their distaste for a discount that steep. Ah, the American accent. I've grown rusty. A lot of modders are veterans, not easy prey. Correct. Hence, the rust stockpiling weapons. And in response, the blue bloods sensing escalation. Oh, red versus blue. Nice. But that's just my hypothesis. I ever get pulled into an alley and wake up missing a kidney, we'll call it a formal theory. Yes, thank you for telling me what it is. The Rust criminal organization. The domestic criminal organization known as the Rust is more accurately described as a loose collection of smaller gangs, sets, and racketeering operations that formed out of necessity rather than any particular share value. Broad powers granted to the state and the law enforcement to arrest civil unrest during the 2060s, I assume, meant that small to medium-sized criminal organizations could not survive on their own, as virtually all their members could be detained indefinitely if one or more members were suspected of racketeering, under new laws that classified gang activity as terrorism. Okay. While the Rust has evolved since its chaotic initial formation, the spirit of it lives on in a highly diverse culture of the Rust's component cells, or pods. Law enforcement officials disagree on whether the Rust meets a definition of a criminal organization, as many argue that the gangs that make it up are capable of operating completely independently of one another. Some hypothesize that the Rust serves merely as a shadow on the cave wall, intended to make smaller gangs' patterns of violence seem like well-organized planning. As it stands, the Rust is known for its black market operations in illegal and illicitly sourced mods, offering military-grade or foreign-produced mods to civilians. They are particularly known for regularly assaulting and ripping mods out of their victims for resale. Ouch. Historically, the Rust has been associated with elevated levels of gang violence, earning themselves a fearsome reputation that has fortunately limited their ability to assimilate themselves into other segments of society. However, in People vs. Harmonike Systems, the state alleged that Harmonike had, on numerous occasions, employed the Rust as a kind of extra-legal mercenary force when pursuing aggressive market negotiations with their competitors. Wow. The case was ultimately settled out of court for an undisclosed penalty amount, but misinformation has persisted ever since, claiming that the Rust has endured, despite its violent tendencies due to being sheltered from consequences by corporations who contract the Rust as deniable mercenaries. Sucks. It's not like we're talking about a weapon of mass destruction. What makes the Blues think they can win a gang war with it? Maybe they found the right soldier to wield it. So this is a mod they're talking about? The idea lingers in the air for a moment as I gaze out the window. Windows and neon and advertisements galore float up past us like bubbles of air as we make our descent down into our beautiful city's scenic low wards. How's this part go again? Through me the way to the city of woe, through me the way to eternal dole, through me the way among the lost. Inferno. Oh, Dante's Inferno. Canto 3, select Song 3. Through me the way to the city of woe, through me the way to eternal dole, through thee the way among the lost. Okay. Welcome to the underworld, Dante. Oh, is that what Virgil says to Dante, maybe? I haven't read the Inferno, but... Sometimes hot, sometimes misty, sometimes choking with poison. Always dark. That the official forecast? More accurate than whatever's on your phone. Between the skyscrapers, the generators, the turbines, and the canopy, every city block's got its own climate down here. 9 circles of fresh hell. If you get the reference, say something. Don't make me feel crazy for 5 minutes so you can feel smart for 5 seconds. The smog of the lower wards lingers on your skin long after you make a climb back out. This place clings to you, unwanted, cloying attachment. But there's an honesty to all human interaction down here that makes it trivial for me to navigate. And it's got a nightlife rife with opportunities for someone with my particular interests. Sorry I couldn't get you anything else to work with. That was short notice. I know better than to bet against you by now, Red. But still, it's sweet of you to worry. But this is a surefire thing. Spoken like a true addict. I mean it. I'm here for business, not pleasure. I don't plan on leaving anything to chance. Yeah, let's do it. Let's solve a crime or commit one, depending on how we feel. If the game ever loads. I am emulating this game, like, I own it, but I'm emulating a Windows so that I can play it. And sometimes the emulator is a bit slow. Avoid the populated streets. Turn away from brightly lit spots. That sounds like the opposite of what you should do unless you're trying to get mugged, but who am I to tell her what to do? Follow the trail of graffiti and broken cameras, past food stands and steam vents, down the rabbit hole. It sounds more complicated than it actually is in practice. It's easy to end up on the wrong side of town, as long as you're trying to. Reinhardt's map narrowed the search a lot more than I expected, but I'll be on my own from here on out. This place is so pretty. Like the background art, I mean, like generally the background art. It's gotta be one of these 3 buildings. So let's go over what I know. Yeah, please. I'm looking for a base of operations for a mid-tier kind of pod. Okay, we now know what that is. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing the criminal investigation? I thought we were a lawyer. Rather than a storefront, not as fortified as a headquarters. A location that makes customers feel safe, not trapped. Of course, if I just start knocking on doors, they'll probably find me, with weapons drawn. So if I want to be smart about this, I better use all my senses. Let me examine this door. The windows are all dark, like no one's home. But they're all shut too, so it could be that they're just tinted. Alley's clear. Fire escape's still there, for the most part. Good pass for an alternate exit, if need be. And that door looks sturdy enough to bounce a bullet off. Someone's been renovating. Let me scope out that place. Well, this place looks like shit. Great. Looks more like a hunt, just dry enough for users to pass out in than anything else. It's plenty inconspicuous, but the dealer of the level I'm looking for would be considered a made man. Respectable. I doubt they'd be willing to have to step over trash constantly just to keep a low profile. Check. A bit cleaner than the other buildings around here. Could be someone spending money on upkeep. Or maybe this one's just been torn down and rebuilt the least. There are a couple of bodies lingering around the outside. Around outside it. They don't exactly have that organized criminal associate edge. Orca. Oh, organized criminal associate. That's funny. Organized criminal associate is the label most widely used within law enforcement for individuals who are members of a criminal organization. Supplanting terminology used during the first half of the 21st century in accordance with changes to the organization of equipment for an internal culture within organized crime. Okay, so stuff has changed from now. Frequently abbreviated with some artistic liberty as orcs, or the more common orcas, law enforcement professionals often use related nomenclature when discussing organized criminal activity in informal settings. For example, an orca may also be referred to as a killer whale, a KALE, or a KW. A group of orcas may be called a pod, while a known gathering place may be labeled a den. Fun wordplay, world building. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. A lot of pods will pay civilians good money just to keep their eyes open. It's certainly dark, but there's a camera out front, and it's not broken. Overall, it's probably just some mechanic garage that shuts down the power to save money at night. Okay, so where does that put me? Okay, might as well pull the trigger. Dingy, but not a shithole. Some secure features, but the paint's not too shiny. let me save. I feel like I might have to make a choice that will matter. What's with the heartbeat? Goldilocks takes it. This is my best bet. But why? Why do I feel like I'm being watched? Oh, that's me. Maybe I am being watched. This heartbeat is not easing my nerves. Why is it getting faster? Is it? Maybe it's just me. I feel like it is. The loading time is not helping. Is it getting faster or am I losing it? Oh wait, I could just click. What the hell is that? Oh, okay, it's just I was like, is that a weird monster thing with the eyes? Obviously it's not. Why would it be? Hey. Kid, question mark. Great acting. You're supposed to be the lookout? Red Hood. It's a kid, so... What did you say? People come down here to be anonymous, or the closest thing to it in the modern day. It's considered poor etiquette to stare at anyone for more than a moment. It's a faux pas to make an effort to remember someone. Commenting on another's dress isn't a slap to the face, but it is odd. Go away. At least they can take direction. Whatever. A lookout being around just confirms that I've picked the right building. Time to try the door. What'll make them open up? Oh boy. Oh no. Call money or knock. Money? I mean, I don't know. I don't know who I exactly am dealing with. So... I mean, I guess. What's the call here? How do I deal with a criminal organization, theoretically? I feel like I don't have a knocking. Knocking makes sense. Calling would draw attention, wouldn't it? Maybe just knock? Is that a good idea? Is that a bad idea? No answer. Should I have tried knocking in a pattern? Shave and haircut? What do you mean? No, that would be silly. Okay, never mind. Is it money? I feel like calling will draw attention, but I'll... Hey! Okay, never mind. You open? Maybe not for me. Okay, I guess it is money. I have money! Actually, I have a dark card. What does that mean? That should have provoked a grunt. A reaction. A grunt. Footsteps. Something. I place my hand against the door absent-mindedly, ready to move on to plan B. Oh no. And I feel movement. Locks being checked. Perhaps a doorknob palmed. Anxiety and curiosity pit against one another by an onlooking greed. How do you enter a closed room? First you try pushing. When that doesn't work, naturally you... Forget it. I'll find some other... No need for master keys or other trickery. If you know what you're doing, doors will open for you. Like magic. Nice. Well, that went well. Does it say toxic? I feel like it says toxic with a K. The door's not the only thing that's been reinforced around here. This apartment building, motel, whatever it used to be. Someone's made a lot of effort to file it down. Hallways blocked off with chicken wire and stripped furniture. Access panels ripped out, doors welded shut. They took a maze and ground it down into a one-way street. Or maybe a shooting gallery. With blaring musical accompaniment. Okay. What voice? Don't get any ideas. Got no vacancy. And here I thought I'd found my dream home. Mister? Call me Trey. And too bad. We're closed this month. This month? Okay. Trey. Date of birth, April 2nd, 177, 62 kilograms, O minus. Occupation, freelancer. Likes vending machines, skate parks, and ice chips. I mean, who doesn't? Dislikes rich kids, fried food, and cops. Fair enough. Loitering, 3 arrests, 0 convictions. Larceny, 2 arrests, 1 conviction. And truancy, no incidents on record. Wait, you serious? You rent these out? Of course we do. This is a business. Alright, and you see a lot of demand? This is the lower wards, bitch. Don't call me a bitch. He says the word without emphasis, like a subconscious honorific. Oh, never mind. I should have taken the direction. I'm not honored, but I can't find it in myself to be offended either. Tons of stray dogs will pay top for a site to lay low a night or two. I can see why. This is the hallway. The rooms are clean. Sure. And look, the doors are heavy and the locks are all physical and it's quiet. So this is a safe house for rent. Safe rooms for rent. But like I said, we're not open for business right now. Curious. Come on, up the stairs already. And no mask when we get up there. And curious, sir. A good mask is like a good pair of boots in the lower wards. Keeps you clean, keeps you moving, makes your journey a dozen times more comfortable. And if you leave the house barefoot, you can expect to bring back something unsavory attached to you. It's not odd for him to be barefaced, but demanding that I not wear mine is... Seriously, stuff it in your pocket, now. Can I deflect? I'm probably not going to be able to. But I'm going to try anyway. Forgot I was wearing it. Why so nervous, though? Or not. I mean, I ain't nervous. Nothing to worry about, then. Yeah, but you need to lose those gloves, too. So that's that game. This isn't a power move. It's insurance. If this place ever gets busted, evidence of my visit will be all over the place. They're giving their customers extra incentive to make sure this shithole remains a hidden gem. A reasonable idea on their part, but it doesn't change my answer. You have to refuse. Do I refuse? Do I refuse or do I refuse? I guess I refuse. And that's not happening. Bitch. Whatever. Have fun explaining to the boss why you can't follow basic instructions. That does sound fun. Watch it. You're a guest here. A guest? I'm a paying customer. And if you try to get me to remove any more articles of clothing, I'm leaving a scathing review. You haven't paid yet. Come on. Right behind you. My mouse is so tiny. I like it. It was way bigger before. If I click, will it load faster? That's a question I love to ask. It won't. Through here? Yeah. Hey, I'll get the door. Oh, you're the pink guy. Pink person, anyway. Huh? Oh, and you're the Icaria, right? Oh, I like the cyan hair, and the cyan eyes. That's pretty fucking metal. Like it. No, glitched. Oh, nice pompadour. I think. Cool tattoos these guys have. I forgot what voice I gave him. I think he had more of them. I think they had more of the prim voice. Red. Howdy. Where the hell did you find her? Must have fallen out of the canopy like ripe as shit fruit. Ripe as shit fruit. Is that a gun? Because she didn't fall out of the damn sky, that means Trey opened the door for her. Right, Trey? Tanks, come on, she... Tanks. Anchor Tanks Tan. Tan? Who knows? 191. You tall, man. Handyman, parkour spray, like stainless steel. I mean, who doesn't? Dislikes beer cans. Okay. Water stains cops. Assault, 2 arrests, no charges pressed. Grand theft, 3 arrests, 2 convictions. Incarceration, 18 months. Juvenile correctional campus. Oh, juvenile. Okay, so he's pretty young then. Maybe still. How hard is it to not open a goddamn door? Well. Immediately loses the voice. Well, she has, shut up. Oops. The others aren't fazed by his volume. This is normal. The big guy's always like this. But his outburst has given me a moment to take in the scenic view. Brings a tear to the eye. You. Me? Who else? Hit that. A cigarette. It's laced with drugs. Oh, don't. I love an excuse to kick your ass back down those stairs. They think I'm a cop. They do. They think I'm a cop. And cops can't use drugs when undercover. I could quote them the exact law that invalidates this legal defense, but I gather that wouldn't assuage their concerns. Well, what's it gonna be? Oh no. I can accept, but it's also drugs, and I don't want to get drugged. Like if it's really, like if it's like stuff that will fuck me up, you know, that would be bad. Because I need to have my wits about me. So my first instinct is to refuse, but I feel like I should just accept to. What if it's bad? What if that's a bad idea? I feel like it's too early in the game for things to go catastrophically wrong if I accept. Don't mind if I do. I love free shit. The fuck? Oh no, the background. Hey. Damn, bitch, breathe. But you offered. Trey, who the hell is this? This red bitch. You're trying to jinx us? She's a customer. I know she's a customer. We get customers every other day of the goddamn year. Why'd you have to bring her in here tonight? There we go. This is it. I found the place. Well, Creek, she's got... Look at me. Don't talk to Creek. Talk to me. She's got a dark... Oh, she's got a dark card. Ooh. I need to change the... I ran the cereal downstairs. Skinner got hot like a hand warmer trying to crunch it, so... It's legit, right? Oh, this one's Creek. What was the voice for this one? I forgot. I'll just change it. Change it. Dark card, huh? Is this a term? No, it's not. Oh no, this is a person. No, we're getting Creek. Once again, entrepreneur. Likes making money and making friends. Dislikes doctors. Grand theft. Case dismissed due to the lack of evidence. Extortion. Case dismissed to the witness recanting. Pronouns any. Oh, hell yeah. We love an any pronouns person. I nod. Hard not to start playing a little more conservatively once you know the stakes. But of the specifics of their leadership structure, they're all looking to this Creek right now. But I don't know his rhythm yet, so I can't exactly match it. For the moment, silence is golden. Yeah, but tonight, Creek. With all the other shit we're expected to shovel. Hey. Shouldn't make talk like that in front of the customer. Customer. You'd think the word was old toothpaste, the way he spat it out. Translation, outsider. Thanks, yeah, Miller, I know. Heavens Miller Smiles. Imagine your name is Heaven Smiles. Heaven Smiles. 69, nice. Occupation tradesman. Likes horror films, bubblegums, terrariums, dislikes bookies, gin and cops, vandalism, 4 arrests, 4 convictions, extortion, 2 arrests, 0 convictions, no littering conviction. Okay. All the more reason we should tell this bitch to get slagged. Look, she's here now. So why not take her money? Know what? I got a better idea. Apply directly to forehead. The loud one, Tanks, is pressing a barrel directly into my forehead. Why not take her for all she's got? The metal feels cool on my skin. Reminds me of a stethoscope. Breathe in. And try not to sigh at the theatrics. Instead, I make eye contact with Creek. Hey now. You can put that away. He reholsters his firearm without so much as a click of the tongue. Mid-tears, like I thought. They've got something approaching discipline. Mind the safety. Get screwed. So, we good? We're good. We are good. Right, Creek? Bending a thin light needle, lady. A lot of moving parts near the surface here. Give me a minute to clear my schedule for you. Make yourself at home in the meantime. Just don't hover, yeah? Of course. You won't even notice I'm here. Ooh, time for some EDM music while I hover in this place. Let me observe. You doing inventory over here? Ouch. Must have caught you on the worst night of the quarter. Quarter? This ain't a meg operation, lady. We take our inventory daily. Torture? You gonna suggest we put it all down on a spreadsheet, get everyone to sign off every hour? We got a special name for anything with more than one signature on it. A cricket case. What a face. Crico. Combating Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Criminal Organization Act. Provides for increased law enforcement powers and impunity when investigating and prosecuting organized criminal charges. The CRICO Act allows for prosecutors to link multiple individual charges of racketeering, contraband snarling, or other small infractions to criminal conspiracy charges against the entirety of a criminal organization. Though much of the law is built off of previous legislature designed to assist prosecutors in fighting organized crime, the CRICO Act is distinct in that it makes clear the distinction between criminal organizations and corporations that may be operating in violation of the law, considered necessary to adapt to changes in the drug trafficking, gambling, and sex work industries. For the CRICO Act, prosecutors would at times seek to designate corporations engaging in aggressive market or cartel-like behavior as criminal organizations, arguing that their structure does not significantly differ from what might be called a mafia. Post-CRICO, corporations with legal business charters registered with the state are effectively immune to criminal conspiracy charges and are instead prosecuted through the trade courts. That sounds great. Some of the more liberal-leaning members of the judicial system have argued that this emboldens certain aggressive corporate behaviors and complicates attempts to prosecute criminal organizations who make some amount of their profits through legally registered and operating businesses. Others point to the relatively higher penalties in the trade courts as sufficient deterrent for criminal activity on the behalf of either corporate or mafia parties. In criminal courts, sentences for individuals can be severe as life in prison, but in trade courts, guilty verdicts can result in entire companies being deregistered and all of their assets being acquired by the state. Users recently searched for how to avoid CRICO charges. Easy, 2086. A prisoner's dilemma explained, and is it legal to gather with people? He's corrupting the CRICO acronym a lot, but his risk assessment is misguided. Paperwork brings down more criminal organizations than guns ever will. Give a half-decent accountant one thread to pull and they can rip apart the mafia in less than a business day. Hey, what did Creek say? Don't hover. Your expressions, man. It's only hovering if I'm bothering you. Am I bothering you? If you are bothering me, you know it. Sick audio glitch. Remark. I can remark on it. Did I interrupt a game? What's your poison? 5 card? Full blind? Monaco rules? Are those games? We just screw around with what? Chokes. We just screw around with whatever we got. There's too many W's in this sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of them has an H next to it. My biggest nightmare. We just screw around with whatever we've got to kill time, lady. You know your stuff? You know this guy's American. Apparently. You can call my accent that. You know your stuff. You ever play around here? Now and then. The hell? You go slumming for card games? Now and then. Have I seen you at a game before? Maybe up by the 30s. Sorry, must have been some other redhead. Damn. Thought I'd finally gotten my second chance of getting that beauty's contacts. You practiced that one a lot? Practiced it a little. How's it working? Keep practicing. Turn down. That's pretty great. Oh, the audio glitch again. Unless that is actually a part of the game, but I'm assuming it's an audio glitch because that happens more often. Oh, I can talk? I can talk to you? You good, buddy? Looking a little sweaty. Oh, well, that's just because I was exercising before you showed up. Uh-huh. Bitch, you don't believe me? How do you think we defend what's ours down here? I assume the gun I was acquainted with just now played a role. Think we can afford to break the bank on bullets? It's easy to buy a gun. Pulling the triggers. Also easy. Like kissing it goodbye. It'll rat you out the first chance it gets. An aversion to firearms would explain the relatively low fatalities for gang-related violence. The big names can afford to buy a new gun every week, but for everyone beneath them, it comes down to crowbars, clubs, knives, and mods. Well, I'm sure you all do very well in your fistfights. Fistfight is juvie. Sounds like recess shit. Sorry. Fisticuffs? Laugh it up. The first time you hear the sound of a steel arm makes caving a skull in. You'll get exactly how we operate. I don't think I read the last sentence correctly. First time you hear the sound of a steel arm makes caving a skull in. I'm assuming it makes it easy, fun, something like that. Right, sorry. Check the door. That door's nearly as sturdy as the one out front, but a lot more slapped together. What was it originally? Is that a baseball bat? What was it originally? Is that a walk-in freezer? Oh wait, no, that's me. Is that a walk-in freezer or something? What? No, we had an agreement about hovering. Yeah? Yeah. It's barred from this side. Sorry, Mr. Creek, sir. Or Miss Creek, ma'am. Or Mix Creek, other. Honestly, whatever. You said any. I'm gonna, which means all. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I'll try to switch it up every now and then. Pester. Oh, I did that. Just said pester. I can go pester tanks. What? Nothing. You're just kind of glaring at me. It's my job to glare at suspect bitches like you. Tanks is just superstitious. Though I wouldn't call it a superstition until it stops keeping you alive. Oh, this is the line from the trailer. I'm not. Did I pass a black cat on my way in or something? It's your clothes. Ken. Didn't know your fine establishment. Didn't know your fine establishment had a dress code. It's not a code. It's just bad goddamn luck to wear red. I'd like to see red, man. Same thing. Nah, you see the Red Hood, then you fear for your life. Cosplaying as her is weird, but it won't doom you. Great, it'll only doom us. I don't think I've heard this particular ghost story, boys. Really? You abandoned it so well. The Red Rider Hood? The Shinigami? Grim Reaper of the lower wards? Spot her on a misty night, end up dead by morning light. Wait, is that a rumor about us? I assume not, right? I assume we don't kill that many people in the same clothes, but who knows? Maybe we do. Come on, Krieg, don't start that shit when you don't even believe it. Don't have to believe it to have heard the rhyme. You've never heard of the Red Rider Hood? Little girl in a fog in a big red raincoat? Okay, that's definitely not us. Missed it in the crossfire of a shootout between pigs and robbers. Wanders the wards seeking revenge. That's pretty fun. Yeah, to miss, to kill. No, never. Thought even Uptowners knew this stuff. You gonna tell me you've never heard of the Cyberpunk or the Little Lord Next? I think I've heard of the Cyberpunk. Yeah, this one was in the... Guess I don't have a good ear for this kind of thing. Or maybe you're just not as smart as you think you are. Says a grown man sweating because of a ghost story. How about I take the extra care not to walk under any ladders for the rest of the night and we call it even? Walk under any... Where would you even find it? Oh. Did you mean stepladder? Wait, is this an Ace Attorney reference? I think that argument, like the ladder, step ladder. Yeah, is it a ladder or a step ladder or... I don't know. Which one is it? Now who's afraid? You're like pale as a spit. Because for some reason I just got the horrible feeling that I lost a bet. Okay, I think that is an Ace Attorney reference. But I haven't played enough Ace Attorney to know what the reference is for, but just enough to know that it is a reference. Alright, come here, pull up a chair. Let me ask you something before we get started. I feel like I have a lot of gender envy for Krieg. What was your first job? Waitress. Waitress. You remember this feeling? 9 p.m. Diners filter out, doors close at 10. You all start turning off the grills, taking out the trash, settling down. And then some mouth breather comes in at 9:40 with big blank eyes expecting you to find him a table. Yeah? Yeah. Asshole behavior. Not breaking any rules, can't arrest him, can't shoot the guy. Even if you wanted to. Okay, so that is me in this situation, I assume. So, related note, you're here to buy. A paying customer, happy to have you. Just read the room, okay? Sure. And no haggling. Now, what are you here for? Well, can't be honest about that. Time to build a story. This Krieg seems less high-strung than the others. He must have a few years and a couple of promotions under his belt. He might be on the 3rd floor at the moment, but in spirit, he's on the street, earning. Everyone above him is in more managerial positions. He's in between crowds, isolated. And he seemed entertained by my poke at the big guy. Putting that all together, I'm not actually here for myself. Truth is, I can't hear anything over the damn screen. I got the remote sitting on the edge of the desk and turn off the screen. That's better. The hell you do that for? It was too loud. We like it loud. Screws with bugs and wires and cops. Are you a cop? Keeping it at that volume could damage your ears. You'd end up yelling all the time. Relax, thanks. I feel like this guy needs a more breathy voice. I feel like, you know, I feel like they're more chill. I feel like... Cut her some slack. She smoked enough of your shitty roll to... I was gonna say fall over, but you seem... sober? Me? You got chrome lungs or something? I've just always had a very high tolerance for that kind of thrill. You can do a bunch of drugs and not even enjoy it? Shit, you must have been popular in school. Not exactly. But clearly, I'm not invincible. I'd never talk about myself if I wasn't at least a little stoned. My bad. We usually pride ourselves on not giving a shit who our customers are. Thanks for making me the exception. Now, like I was saying, I'm actually here for someone else. My boss, to tell you the truth. Oh, ghosts. I know this track though. I didn't know it was called. I'm gonna save. Probably didn't need a new slot for that, but that's fine. That sucks. Does your regional manager want a made-to-go order heart attack at his retirement party or something? Yeah, not that far off. His son's turning 18 and he wants a party. An organic party. Hell's that supposed to mean? Hell if I know. But a co-worker let slip that I smoked a few times in college. So boss goes and hands me his dark cart, slaps me on the rear and sends me down here. Told me to get everything his son needs for the best graduation ever. Ha! That's rough. A pretty lady like yourself shouldn't be stuck running errands at this hour. Not in this part of the city. But the question is, does she believe me? Does Creek believe me? It's not safe. Speaking of which, Miller? Stand up, raise your hands. I oblige, but the lanky one keeps staring at me oddly, looking me up and down. It's not complimentary. He's searching for something. See, normally I would never be this poor of a host to such a nice customer, but bosses, right? Yeah. Mine have been real micromanaging lately. It's kind of becoming a problem. So, we're taking a little more care around the new faces. Tucked inside her jacket, round the left pocket. His eyes are modded. Did I give it away with my body language? Something you want to share with the class? Forgot I had that, maybe? Yes, I have a knife on me. Should I have declared that on my papers? Would have been the polite thing to do, yeah. Sorry for the poor manners. You did pull a gun on me. But a pretty lady like me, this part of town. Guess I was just being careful around new faces. Alright. You're letting her keep it? I got you here to protect us. I have to wonder though. Why'd a high-power corporate mover shaker come in person? Why come to us? Why not go across the skywalk over to the nearest Icaria-owned dispensary? Icaria-owned dispensary? Oh, I think they were mentioned. I think it was the prologue. I think it was in episode 0 though. I remember something about the Icaria family. Maybe it was episode 1. Episode 0 or 1. Could be episode 0. I think because they were mentioned at the same time Asha was. Like, in the same place or something. Oh. Oh, snap. Okay. Cages tonight, aren't we, boys? The hell are they so suspicious for? And who are the Icaria? Wait, I thought you knew this. I thought you would know. I thought I knew. Am I crazy? The name sounds vaguely familiar, but, well, I can read between the lines. They're the competition. So if these blue bloods are these are the blue bloods are being this cautious around a paying customer, I can shame them over it. I can shame them over it. Oh boy, the international criminal organization most commonly known as the Blue Bloods. Oh, that's with the tattoos. Makes sense. Originated in the early 21st century as an offshoot of the Eastern Hemisphere triad that subsumed various dock workers unions. Loosening international corporate regulations and decreasing job opportunities at the time made it difficult for traditional unions to gather and maintain bargaining power. Simultaneously, many triads struggled as increasing nationalism around the globe, combined with improvements in border security, made the profit margins for smuggling smaller and smaller, as the demand for foreign goods went increasingly unmet. Historians and criminologists debate that the exact origin of the Blue Bloods, and even among ex-members... Oh, it's the 26th! Oh, happy birthday to Morgan. It's been 10 minutes, apparently. Happy birthday! Woo! Historians and criminologists debate the exact origin of the Blue Bloods, and even among ex-members, there remains debate about which side approached which and when the Blue Bloods became a distinct identity. What is agreed upon is that by the mid-21st century, the Blue Bloods were a significant presence in every major trade port across the world, smuggling goods across borders and extorting multinational corporations by threatening to withhold or destroy merchandise as they entered the country. Domestically, the Blue Bloods seem to have given serious consideration towards legitimizing their activities for a time, acquiring legal charters of business for many of their shipping and security operations during the 2050s. This same time period also saw a cooling of hostilities between the Blue Bloods and many of their rivals, with gang-related violence dropping precipitously. Some disruptions and suspected changes in leadership during the 60s, however, reversed this trend. While the Blue Bloods remain a major player on the global criminal trafficking market, their status of criminal concern was officially downgraded to moderate by the state during the 2070s. Most criminologists agree that their national presence is now relatively weak and has remained so for long enough that the organization's broader global leadership is likely uninterested in expanding the resources it would take to change the status quo. Cool. I mean, sure, everyone knows the Icaria have taken the lion's share of the city. I just didn't realize they had a monopoly, too. Hey, get it straight. The Icaria won't be on top anymore once we... Oh? Never mind. Can we not do business? No one said that. So, what'll it be? Well, I don't want any of these kids choking on their own phone. Even if it'd be funny to watch. I figured I'd just buy a bunch of downers and make a handful of uppers. Let half of them get high off the atmosphere. Downers, huh? They've got the new titration? Oh, okay, the chemistry titration. Oh, I didn't know they called it that in drug stuff too. I don't know anything about drugs. Lasts for hours. Yeah, they can stir it into their watered down beers. Wait, new titration? No one's gonna shit themselves, are they? No. Not until the morning, at least. Alright, well, I can live with that. What have you got on the other end? Got plenty, long as they don't mind hippos. Hypodermics? I feel like these baby shark types will get nervous around needles. You got anything they can inhale? Oh, got a lot of nerve. Like, Nirvana? Fast bump, high plateau, and a smooth ride down. Our bestseller. Sounds great. Unfortunately, it's in high demand, so... Nirvana drug, a metahexafentanil, is an illegal stimulant sold in black markets as recreational drug under the street name Nirvana, sometimes short to nerve. When taken as an inhalant, it is a euphoriant with mild hallucinogenic properties. In recent months, its growing popularity has led many to suspect that the drug is being assessed for legalization by the Bureau of Narcotics Oversight, but the process of considering a drug for legalization is kept strictly confidential in order to prevent rampant speculation in the pharmaceutical market. Increases in the sales of the precursor chemicals. Oh god. Yeah. Making medicine seems to indicate that producers are anticipating its legalization nonetheless. The relative obscurity of said precursor chemicals has made the uptake particularly noticeable, and supply has not been able to keep up with its elevated demand. Possession, production of, use of, or trafficking in metahexafentanil is a crime. Even when a drug is legalized, previous violations of narcotics laws are not granted amnesty. I get that he's selling me drugs, but does he really have to sell me drugs? Hey, it's not my card anyway. Charge it. Gladly. Typing away at his tablet like this, he almost looks white collar. It checks out, right? The serial's legit, so... Yeah, man. You already said that. It's encrypted, Trey. It's not meant to be a one-tap purchase. Dark card, the gold standard of untraceable fund transfer among the criminal and financial elite. Your average citizen wouldn't recognize it as anything special. It looks like any other credit or debit card. Why do we have one? How do we have one? The only reason I recognized it is because they got flashed all the time back at my apprenticeship. Mostly for drawing lines, but sometimes for purchasing. Hard to convert the funds back into cash, but if you want to buy or sell on the black market, you couldn't ask for better. So what the hell is going on? I'm dangling some very enticing bait here. An amenable mark spending money that's not her own. They should be salivating over me. Instead, they're practically x-raying me. Why? Is that... Wait, that's her. I forget what it's called. But it's a short katana. Well, it looks like a katana, but it's like a short... It has a shorter blade. And it has a different name, but I don't remember what it is. Interesting decor. Finally, someone notices. It's nice, right? It's called cherry wood. Oh wait, the table? I redid the paint myself with the finish I had imported. I love you, Creek. It is a nice piece of cut furniture, Creek. But I was referring to your paperweight. Hmm? Oh, yeah, that. You like it? I mean, yes. Sure. It has a certain rustic simplicity. It's not exactly gleaming. Have you considered giving it a polish? That'd be a crime. Oh? Polishing off the battle scars from a hard-won prize. Prize? It's not yours? Something I picked up on the job. Oh! From the Icaria kid! Masculine voice, muffled, possibly gagged, and stifled, as if pained. Seems like I'm not their only guest tonight. Really wish you'd left the music on, lady. Sorry? You say something? I completely spaced out just now. Didn't hear a word you said. Okay. That's okay. I didn't say anything. Guess you aren't so stupid you can't even mind your own business. Speaking of my business, how are we looking? The card's still processing. Sorry about that. Guess it takes Guess it takes time to snake a wire through enough pinholes that even the almighty state can't track it. Takes power too, apparently. Batteries plummeting. Ugh, dark card. Almost more trouble than it's worth. Definitely didn't do its previous owner any good. Before I palmed it off its corpse. Fair enough. Your boss must be a careful guy, delegating you to come down here with this. Yeah, maybe. Not very smart, though. He has no idea what any of this shit costs. If I treat myself after I finish here, it's not like you'd ever know the difference. Good on you, ripping out the bastard. A woman after my own heart. Alright, relax. There it is. Now I just need 2 thumbs and a password for verification and we're golden. Do we have one? There a problem? Yeah. Is there a problem? No problem. Sorry. It's just something I had. And what's that? That the Blue Bloods had gotten something special in recently. Can't trust everything you hear out there. Or read. Or see. No, of course not. But is it true? A no mask? What's a no mask? Like the man said, you gotta be careful what stories you listen to. Come on, what could it even cost? A couple thousand? I wouldn't know. I'm no art appraiser. But I do know that it's rare. Fun fact, no means talent. But I don't think that translation does it justice. Less than a dozen people on the planet who can make them. What's so special about it? I mean, them, if they exist, which they, don't. If you want a mask, you've already got one on your chin, lady. State puts up cameras, we put on masks. State adds layered scans, we wear helmets. High-tech climbs higher, low-tech punches lower. Back and forth, up the escalators. But a no mask's got tech that can't be answered. Scissors sharp enough to cut rock. Anti-facial recognition, fractalized active defense. AFAD? Autumn independent, we know what that is. Any camera, scanner, or ad looks at a mask, they'll see a face. Within a face, within a face, within a face, until fatal error. Forget hiding from the cameras, searching for blind spots. With a no mask, you could walk down the busiest street in the city. It's a world-renowned form of Japanese dance theatre, with traditions and codified performances dating back to the 14th century. Strictly regulated by the Iemoto system, in which a single heir inherits all authority, mastery, and secret techniques of their predecessor, no strict adherence to tradition and seniority have made it difficult for the practice to spread and flourish during the 21st century. Performers wear archetypal costumes and masks and must convey emotion through precise movement. Their masks are masterfully crafted such that a single static mask can convey sorrow, fury, joy, or terror by merely angling the head differently. And break every camera in half a kilometer. Ooh. You know your stuff. It's not gonna, blow my cover? Buyer beware. But if this mask could do half of what you think it could, anyone who got their hands on it wouldn't part with it easily. So how much? More than you can afford, that's for sure. I don't know about that. I've got pretty nice stock options. Maybe you do have the money. That's not the issue. I can't sell it. It's already been spoken for. End of discussion. Well, sure, you can't sell something that's been spoken for. But things get misplaced all the time. Delivery carriers showing up with the wrong address. Missing packages ending up in the backs of storage facilities. Merchandise falling off the back of the proverbial truck. Creek's like, oh boy. You weren't sent here on an errand. Shit. What? What is it? Take a long look, boys, because you may never get another chance. We're breathing the same air as a genuine consultant. Oh boy! We're playing consultant. That's nice. she's some kind of mega meg spy? If I was, I couldn't exactly come out and say, now what could I? Oh shit! Is it really this easy? Yeah, apparently. Yeah, that's real smart talk. Now give me one reason I shouldn't pay your brains into the war. Ooh. Because I still haven't paid for my purchase? Definitely got the nerves of a consultant. They teach you that at some fancy uptown corpo school? Oh, I love them. Or is it something you were born with? Something I was born with? Probably. But believe it or not, I'm glad we're having this conversation. Honesty always speeds up the negotiation. So in the spirit of cooperation, why don't you start being honest too? How's that? You don't want my money, traceable or otherwise. Only reason you'd entertain a customer while in the middle of whatever bottleneck you're keeping behind that door is because I have something rare that you desperately need. Don't assume desperation or need. How about want? You want the dark card account itself, not whatever shitcoin currency it holds. And why is that? To steal from your bosses. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. They're the ones stealing from us. Yes, I'm sure you have very legitimate grounds for a wage theft suit, but I don't care. Whether it's for running away, skimming off the top, or just as insurance, you want a wallet they don't have eyes on. And since your tall friend hasn't misted me yet, it seems like you're willing to barter for it. So, the card of the mask. Not even close. The card plus 2 quarters worth of my salary. That's nearly. Nah, sister, you don't have the cash for this purchase. And it ain't the kind of thing you can get a loan from the bank for. I don't like it, but not cash then. Might as well try it. What about information instead? I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it would be one hell of a piece of intel. I could give you a heartbreak. Okay. Interesting. What did she say? Funny. That is funny. Heartbreak, the most famous anarcho-terrorist in the country, at some Meg's beck and call. Upgraded to an anarcho-terrorist now? Ugh. Lots of people were laughing very hard, having shorted the right stocks before each of his kills. Hold up. Seriously? No. Why do people buy this conspiracy shit so easily? I don't get the joke. Why would we want heartbreak? To learn from him? Make an example of him? Hire him? You Blue Bloods have been fighting the Rust, the Icaria, the State, and everyone who wants a peace for decades. Yet Heartbreak's got more notoriety than all of you combined in only a few months. There's really nothing you'd want to say to him, nothing you'd want to ask him. If he was sitting right in front of you. That's what I like that. The following scene contains what? Contains what? Let me say or something. What do you mean? Contains what? Violence? Loud noises. Okay, turning down the volume for me. You guys will have to do that too if I post this. Loud noises. Flashes of light. Depictions of violence and gore. Great, okay. Hell of a bluff, I'll give you that. I thought it was worth a try. Sorry, just procrastinating having to go back to my superiors empty-handed. Nah, it was good. Good effort. I mean, I'm still interested in the dark card, it's just That mask is a death sentence, crafted specifically for one very special customer. I'm just the one given the honor of hanging on to it until... sounds like you've got your own office politics to worry about. Getting pulled in every direction. I know the feeling. Well, that was a bunch of drama for nothing. I'm still certain that content warning is coming into play at some point. If you're gonna buy or what, Creek? I'm still buying. Not for some kid's party, obviously. Plan is, we're gonna spike the competition at this meet and greet. Make the customer think they're drooling idiots. The mask was always a long shot. I was just personally curious. Curiosity can get you into trouble down here at the bottom of the world. Don't worry. I like to think I know a thing or two about discretion. My muffled voice, help me. I can see that. Let's wrap this up then. Your password and your thumbs, please. Sure. Wait, thumbs? I thought our data wasn't in any database. I'll just take off my gloves here. Oh yeah. I make a snap with my right hand as my left extends towards the desk. Oh shit. Viewer discretion advised. Yeah. It is advised, guys. Stay safe. I mean, the sound is pretty low, but I have headphones, so you never know. Real quick, before I forget, do you have a bag for all this? Yeah, actually, got a few in the drawer. The hell? Only needed to distract him for a second. Oh, that's a fun one. Hello? I'm worried. Less than one heartbeat. Gun. Look at that face. I did tell him to mind the safety. Huh? The big one made a small noise as he looked down to see that his own gun had blown a fist-sized chunk out of his own torso. Holy sh... No, I like Creek. Damn it. He jumped up fast. I was expecting to blow his head off. From behind, in motion, a shape charging towards me. Spinning left, I draw my knife, exhale, and lower my shoulders. There. A loudly broadcast haymaker swinging in from his right. Bad instinct. I must have gotten used to those sparklers making people flinch. I step in, and his bicep smacks dully onto my shoulder as I place my knife directly into his carotid. He's gripping that knife with all the strength he has left. Wait, is he really gonna try to pull it out? Someone's been stabbed. What do when applying first aid to a puncture wound? Removing the foreign object is not recommended, as this can greatly increase the rate of blood loss. Arrive, yeah. Another bad instinct. Oxygen cut off to the brain. Already losing vision. And dropped with all the grace of a garbage bag hidden in the bottom of the drum set. Where's Trey? So that just leaves... Hasn't moved a muscle. Newest member, weakest in the pack. Personally, I wouldn't have given the new guy guard duty, but hindsight's 20/20. The gun's double-barreled. 2 shots. Spent. And Miller still has my knife in a little death grip. I'll have to improvise for this last one. Oh no. What the hell? Why not? Oh shit. Though, come to think of it, how do you use this thing? I mean, I don't know. Aim for the bleachers, I guess. Oh, fuck. sake. Awesome. I mean, terrible, but awesome. Of the devil. His due? The devil always pays his due? Or is that it? Or takes his due? Episode 2. His due. Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh, that's really cool. Barely got 3 centimeters into his neck. Must have hit a vertebrae and stopped dead. Still got the job done after a few whacks, but... well, it was my first time with a sword. And I've never been very good at anything the first time. Even murder? I've always needed lots of practice. Okay, the music should have deadened the sound of the gunfire. And that gun was heavily modified. If it somehow still has tags, they can't possibly be functioning properly. So I've got a window of opportunity. First things first, gloves back on. Gosh, shit. Oh wow, someone's lively. Who the hell? Some kind of mod keeping him alive? Cruelty under the circumstances. I could hear that slug tear his intestines apart. The pain alone should have knocked him out cold. Yet his fingers are limp, his eyes are sharp. Paralyzed. They're fools. I thought... that's pulling fast. You got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. For what? Everything. You're no mega assassin. You're too talkative. Who sent you? Fox? Grey Lady? All that red. Should have... you're the rust newest? Rabbit dog? Caribou? It's cute how you all give each other nicknames. You're civilian? Where's the mask? What? Go to hell. You just looked right at the desk drawer. I thought you said you played poker. Need your keys. A civilian? Thief? Theft is victimless. It's robbery when violence is involved. So you're just out of your goddamn mind. And the last person you'll ever talk to, Creek. Your choice, but do you really want to be rude? You seem like you can take it. The key clicks into the small safe and I pull up on the door to reveal paperwork. Page after page of spreadsheets and diagrams and text, all printed in red. Is this important? So considerate. Nah, just throw it anywhere. Okay. What does it say? I'm gonna take a screenshot for further stuff. I was joking. 3 minutes now. Sarcasm will cost you time you don't have. There it is, a gleaming darkness at the back of the safe. So that's it. You, all this, all of us, for that? Just for that? I get asked that question a lot. Oh, nice CG. Is that the mask? That's the mask. Would you feel better if I had killed you for a different reason? If I had a good reason for blowing a hole in your stomach? Would it have hurt any less? You've still got more than 2 minutes. Plenty of time. I could spin up whatever fairy tale you'd like to put you to bed. I bring the mask to my face and for a brief moment the surface seems to writhe. Is it trying to adjust itself to me? Suppose it makes sense, you wanting a mask so bad. If I was as hideous as you on the inside, I wouldn't want to go barefaced either. And a nerve? Must be the worst kind of feeling. Being seen. Seen by someone you can't even hurt anymore. Well, I see you. Heartbreak. Yeah. Big, bad, faceless heartbreak. I'm just a dumbass punk. But even I could make you out from... Don't flatter yourself. It's not that you're particularly perceptive. I just don't have anything to hide when a corpse is talking. First honest thing you've said. So what gives, HBK? You're clearly not an idealist. All the terrorism, rebellion theories out the window. You go around killing 'cause your daddy smack you around? Your mommy not hug you enough? My father never laid a hand on me. My mother hugged me. A sufficient amount. So what the hell's your excuse? I don't make excuses. Then what the hell's wrong with you? Less than a minute now. I could spend that time making up a diagnosis if you'd like. Or would you prefer I just come over there and squeeze... How many? Another question straight out of the greatest hits. How can I put this? How many times have you eaten bread? Never. Got a gluten thing, bitch. Okay. Whatever. The point is, I am not a collector. This is not my hobby. I do not keep count. There is no code. I do what I want as often as I want to. Do what thou wilt. All of the law. Is that it? Don't know what you're referencing. But from where you're sitting, do I really look like the law-abiding type? I bring the mask back down on my face, and again, its surface seems to shudder. Is this mask like biological? What the hell is going on? Forget it. At least I know you deserve what's coming. I've heard a lot of empty threats in people's last moments, Creek. They're never that memorable. Told you that mask was a death sentence. That it was spoken for. They called in a huntsman from overseas. Home turf. A huntsman can become anyone. Go anywhere. Kill anything. Supposed to come over and slaughter the rest. That mask was part of his payment. He'll be looking for it. Possession is 9/10 of the law. What the hell's that supposed to mean? Finders keepers. Forget it. I don't need to scare you. Huntsman, hunter, too much meaning. Lost. Always thought better translation was pelt taker. He'll find you, flay you alive, wear your skin. Thought you didn't need to scare me. Then go and murder everyone you ever loved. She laughs. I mean, if it says she laughs, I'm not gonna laugh for her. What a face. Should have taken you up on dipping out early. Anything beat dying, staring at a face like that. God, I breathed too much. That it made me dizzy. So, huntsman coming to get me. Nah, the dead and the dying make for strong bluffers. And I've seen more than a few share of them try their hand at improv. Time to move. I need to scuff things up a bit more. Make this look more like an orca shootout than, well, a visit from me. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it here for now. Oh my god. Whew, that was great. Oh, how I love this game. Hell yeah. You should go play this game. Everyone should go play this game. This game is great. Don't forget. Oh, I love that. That's cool. Okay, well, that's enough. Goodbye.